Let's take a look at what we're supposedly doing tonight. I'm not sure if it'll actually do much of anything, but, you know, I'd been wondering lately, since Foundations and Duskmorn and a couple of other, even Bloomborough, right, has given us some, like, good enchantments, especially Duskmorn, right? What about Eriette? Or Eriette? I really like this card, man. I've loved it ever since Wild's Veldraine came out, and it hasn't really done much, right, outside of the Commander environment. And it doesn't look like it's very good in Standard. It's never looked quite so good in Standard, you know what I mean? It's 3 mana, 1 in Orzhov for a 2/4 legendary human warlock. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control cannot attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, X being the number of auras you control. That's the money line right there. We'll see about this. I'm not like super convinced, but there are some good auras in Standard, especially again since Duskmorn came out, right? So since that set came out, we got Ethereal Armor, which is awesome. We've also got Shard Mage's Rescue that came out of Duskmorn, and this is like the best reason to try to play this deck now, I think, because we have an enchantment that protects Eriette, and you know starts doing more drain damage every turn because extra enchantment. So we need to protect Eriette. She's this huge target on her head. And Shard Mage's Rescue is like a super cheap way of doing that while enabling the strategy at the same time. Dead Weight. You see a lot of like Disfigure and Cut Down, obviously, and these like 1 mana removal spells to respect the aggro decks. And Dead Weight is our way of doing that while still playing an enchantment. Planar Disruption, the best pacifism, I guess, in Standard. We could play things like Ossification instead. I think that there are definitely choices apart from Planar Disruption, but I don't know. I think this card might be deceptively good, and I want to give it a shot. It's just one of the better pacifisms ever envisioned. Sheltered by Ghost, though, is... this is an Oblivion Ring effect, and it's the other, besides Shard Mage's Rescue, it's like the other best reason to reevaluate Eriette in Standard. This can go on an Eriette, give her ward, but shut down, permanent, give Eriette lifelink and get her swinging for 3. Just fantastic magic card. Sporogenic Infection, weirdest looking card, I think, in this deck, but this will make them sack a guy when it comes into play. It also is an aura, so more damage from Eriette. And when the enchanted creature is dealt damage and destroy it. So there's ways to make that happen, I guess. But even if the creature just wears the aura for a few turns, that's more damage. The weird stuff, well, actually, let's just say this deck has Optimistic Scavenger because it needs, like 12 creatures. It probably needs more than that, but we're running 12 in this deck. I don't know if it's enough. I really don't, but Optimistic Scavenger is the best 1-drop we can play. Let's play it. It's really self-explanatory. Invasion of Theros is a 2-of in this deck. Now, when it enters, we can search for an aura. That's great. That it also searches for gods and demigods. We don't have those, but who cares? It searches for an aura, sure. And then, if we ever actually turn this over, it has lifelink and indestructible if we have 3 other enchantments, which we might. It's pretty easy. And whenever another enchantment we control enters, we draw a card. So the, Enchantress ability, pretty good for card draw in this deck. But there's only 2. I don't think this card's good. I'm just going to give it a shot. And then Guardian of New Benalia. So there's a couple of choices you could make in the slot, but I wanted a creature that is hard to kill, and I think that Guardian's probably the best choice in the 2-drop slot. That's basically the deck. Our lands have a few too many tap lands for my comfort, to be honest with you, but it should be fine. Famous last words. Put it on my tombstone. It should be fine. Let's get in there. See how we do. Cool. Let's try this, I guess. We got Rescue to protect her, so I may wait until turn 4. I really don't want to wait until turn 4 to play a creature, but we might have to. Hired Claw on 1. Cool, we get a land. I kind of wanted that. Dead Weight the Claw. Game's basically starting the same way the last game did. Now, okay, we're green-red. I might play Eriette this turn. I very well may. They Hired Claw. Okay. And we draw another Eriette, so I guess that means I should play the Eriette. Woo! Alright, she's down. She's down, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't kill her. That was... Please don't do that. If we go double Ethereal Armor with Shard Mage's backup next turn... I want to do it. We get Manifold Mouse. Wow. Really is the same game we played last game. You didn't... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just... let's just ethereal armor the Eriette. Mm-hmm. Yes. Alright, so... 3-5. I think we ethereal armor again. This makes sense. Uh-huh. Are you gonna... Like, what do you have? You know? We have a 6-8 Eriette. Yeah, we're swinging. We're swinging all the way, kid. Do something. They don't block. Wow. Okay. Cool. Opponent goes to 14 here. 12, really. And we'll go to 22. But we do... I will say, we're not out of the woods. Like, not at all, man. Things could certainly happen here. Yep, Emberheart Challenger gets double strike, and they still have mana for a Monstrous Rage, so... They could deal so much damage right now. Burst Lightning Face. Okay, that's their last mana. 20. So what do we go to 11 or something this turn? They get, what is that, Rock Face? Yeah, Rock Face Village off the Emberheart Challenger. Here they come. Yeah, 11. And they're tapped out, but they still have 3 cards left over there. We get a third area. Oh my god, Arena. Calm down. What are you doing? That's wild, bro. That is truly wild. So do I attack this turn or not? We go to... If I Shard Mages, we go to 14 EOT. We could actually go to 15 EOT if I double Shard Mages this thing. Actually, they're at 12. Okay, so they're at 12. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do we just kill them? Can we kill them, start? Huh. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we just killed them. Cool. All right, well. Sometimes what you have to do is math. All right, good game. Math is not my strongest suit, but we figured it out. We figured it out, baby. All right, so I think we actually, yeah, we ranked up to silver. Like I've said before, I don't play ranked off stream. I find no real point in doing it. It just raises my blood pressure, and I shouldn't do that. But hey, we got to silver with Eriette. Beat Mono Red, too. Let's go. All right, Crazy Comrade is our opponent for this one. And we go first. We're getting lucky with that so far tonight, I gotta say. Optimistic Scavenger turn 1, Shard Mages turn 2. Let's give it a shot, man. Hopefully they don't have Cut Down or Torch or something, like Burst Lightning turn 1. There's a lot of ways they can just blow us out here. But if we start next turn with the Shard Mages in our hand, yes, they play Forest, let's go. Then they Bushwhack for a blue source. Alright, so it's this deck. It is this deck. Shadowy Backstreet. Ethereal Armor. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, that'll work. Let's just swing in. Alright, let's see if we can carry the Scavenger to victory here. It's going to be tough. This deck sucks. It's very annoying to play against this deck. Bunch of, like, Into the Flood Maw and stuff like that. It's just this deck tempos, like, so well, man. It really does. Maybe they'll go Beans this turn, or maybe they'll go, like, Storm Chaser's Talent. I figure if they had that, they would have played it turn 1, though. Okay, they whack again. They're just over there whacking all day. Man, more than a couple of times in a game, and you'll start to... Oh, there's Talent. So they did have that. Okay. Cool. Well... Yeah, I think we deadweight the token. Counter on Scav. I should have gone ahead and armored there. Let's save it. I'm worried about like double unsummon effect or something. Here's Beans. Okay, I can deal with that. This is all doable. I'm gonna kick myself if we can't close though, because I didn't armor. Ooh, there's an Eriette. Take all of our mana though. Let's wait till we have a fourth, I think. Ethereal Armor, the Scavenger, they're gonna... Oh, they don't have anything. Huh. That's so interesting. You don't have anything. Alright, well, let's get in. Alright, so they have 2 cards in their yard. That'll matter for things like Tolarian Terror. See what they do with their mana. They have 4 of it. That's a lot. Seed of Hope. Okay, so they gain a couple of life, mill a couple of cards. That's 4 in their yard. They can play Terror at this point. But we can attack through that if need be. They don't do anything. We didn't get another land. I'd really like Eriette right now. Like a lot. Alright, let's try Scavenger. They're going to go for something. Eddie! Okay. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Well... Yeah, let me just let him target the guy. Yep. Okay. Let's rescue. I'll bring him up to a 6/6. Now we want to go ahead and get in. It's like... I'm actually wondering if I... The reason I did that is because I don't know if I want to disrupt that crab. I'm really not sure that that's the thing to do. I might wait till next. Well, that's probably a bad idea. I want to hold this rescue up, is what I want to do. I'll dead weight the crab. I was also holding the dead weight for a potential, yeah, I should have gone ahead and done that. I was holding the dead weight for potential, like, Storm Chaser's Talon or something, but now I think they have enough mana to where if we dead weight it, it doesn't matter that much. But he'll die eventually. I don't know. I don't know if I should have spent the dead weight there. Like, I'm still wondering. Alright, yeah, they're going to try to do something. They got 5 mana. Bunch of cards. Say its name. Okay, spend a couple of mana on that. Cool. What they want to do here is have 2 blockers. Terror. Okay. T-Dog. Interesting game here. Man, I hope my sequencing didn't screw me there. Oh, and they try to... Okay, they try to target our guy. Sweet. So there was a reason to leave mana up that turn. Good, 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 good. We can't protect Eriette anymore, but that's okay. That's okay. So they get Storm Chaser's Talon off of this town. Really feel like that should just fizzle the spell if you give one of the targets hexproof, but... Okay, so Eriette, Planar Disruption, Dead Weight. Swing. They block with Terror. They block with Terror. Yeah, they block with Crab there. I guess, you know, we can't... I don't know. I'm going to Eriette. That's the reason I kept this mana up. It's like, screw it. We can't protect the Scavenger anymore, so... I guess we go for it. We put him at 4 with Eriette's trigger. We still have a chance here to just close next turn. They probably have 2 tempo spells, though. You know what I mean? We're playing Eriette tonight. As if somebody asks what we're playing. Trying to make Eriette work, and we're doing pretty well right now, but we're at the point where, like, they have a lot of cards, a lot of mana, and so they might be able to stabilize. They very well may. I think this town ain't big enough. The Eddie Merc back to their hand at some point. Okay, so Seed of Hope. Still have 5 mana. They get back a land. They go to 6. Storm Chasers. Token. And go. Okay, so we draw Optimistic Scavenger here. So what we try to do is Planar Disruption. Crab can't block. They have some sort of bounce. Crab! Okay. Crab. Tap down the boys. Okay. Planar Disruption lands. Put a counter on Eriette. Deadweight token. Oh, wow. Counter on Eriette. Okay. They can bounce this. They have to be able to bounce this. They have too many cards in their hand. Lone Comrade, what you got? Altanak. They discard, get a land, and surveil. That's all their mana, so they're going to, like, 1. Or they die. Yeah, you die. Yeah, we have 5. Nice. Okay. Sick. Awesome. Whew, that felt super tense to me, dude. They had like way too many cards in their hand there at the end. I feel like one bounce spell could just completely body. Opponent goes. We got Eriette and Shard Mages, but not a whole lot until then. I'm gonna try it though. Opponent's on Restless Cottage turn 1. Let's Restless Fortress. We drew Sporogenic Infection, so like maybe we can make him sack a thing. Second turn is also Cottage. This turn we draw Plains. Would have loved to have drawn Guardian of New Benalia or Optimistic Scavenger there. Even if Scavenger gets a removal spell out of their hand, I think it's important. Third land for opponent. Let's see if they go Glissa or something. Preacher, you know. The best thing they could do for us is play 2 creatures this turn. They're not going to do it, but I would like that. What I would have really liked, again, is to draw something last turn that we could play the Sheltered on this turn. Sentinel. Okay, it's a good card. We draw another land. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands out of 10 cards. All right. I guess if we needed them, that would be pretty slick, but we do not, so let's say go here. Sentinel's going to do a lot of damage to us before it's all said and done. Do something. Do something. Do something. Alright, Lana War Elves, alright. Cool. We want to leave, go for the throat mana up here, I think. Map. Do the elf. Sheldred on top. Awesome. And we draw. Yeah, they left go for the throat mana up. Probably a little predictable, but whatever. Swamp. Eriette. Eriette. Kills the Eriette. Eriette. Use the go for the throat. Oh, Magic's so easy. Good lord, Magic's easy. I don't understand why they made this game so easy to play. Alright, so next turn they just use their other go for the throat. That's probably what's going to happen here. I can see it so clearly. They come in. I'd say we no blocks that. Go to 15. Play Glissa! Glissa! Alright. You know what I want to draw? Shard Mage's Rescue. I just want another one, like, so bad. I guess we can search for one, but that doesn't do enough. Mosswood Dread Knight draws a card. I go to 18. We draw another Invasion of Theros. Yikes. Alright, so we can go get a 2-drop Aura with the Invasion. Put it on Glissa. We can go get Shard Mages and do nothing else, which I don't love. But I think like maybe like slightly necessary. Kind of tough, man. Kind of tough. I don't know. I think that what I want to do this turn... God, this is a bad idea. I think I'm going to Infection the elves. Target them. See what they sack here. Cool. And then Sheltered the Glissa. See how this line works, man. I'm really, really scared this Eriette's going to die. But we get him down to 11. We go up to 22. The trigger goes off at least once, you know. So, see if they just Shelly here. They're thinking about it. Ritual Chamber. Get themselves a 6/6. Cool. Cool, cool. Alright, so this is where Invasion of Theros gets okay, actually. Let's do that. It's got to be Sheltered, right? It's got to be Sheltered. Yeah, like Ethereal Smash in, like I feel like they'll feel the need to block, right? Like they will. Like I think they absolutely must. But like they'll just block with the elf, and like that sucks, you know? Yeah, I think we get Sheltered there, and then Smash, and like they still block with the elf, but I think Sheltered's better. I think Sheltered's better there. I go to 8. Man. Like the moment they draw Gopher. They're going to go to 10, by the way. We go to 27. It's not bad. They still want to spend mana this turn, though. They didn't come in with Cottage. Yeah, they're going to kill it. Crap. Eriette dies, and we're in trouble. It's like I really think we should have probably just gone and got Shard Mages. Here comes a Mosswood Dread Knight. And they unlock the other half of Annex. So they're tapped out, but they go to 10. We draw a land. Dude. Deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands out of 15. That's too many. I think that's too many. But we win the game. It doesn't matter. Let's Invasion of Theros. Turned out to be a good card, I guess. Let's get Sheltered again. Now we double lifelink. Throw this down. Yeah, come on. All right, so 3 in a row now with Eriette. We go first. We have Eriette. I'll give it a shot, dude. It keeps like mostly working out for us. You know what I mean? I worry though. I really do. We're up against Synapse _ here. Let's throw down Concealed Courtyard and see what they're working with over there. Show me what you got, Synapse. Get to firing off. Play Magic. Play your first land of the game. I don't know, man. It can be a tough decision. It truly can. However, at this point, I think you can make the argument they're doing this on purpose. Play your first land, man. Yep, you're now roped. Uh-huh. Did you wait to rope to play your first land? Is it that kind of party? I hope not, man. I really do. So Sleight of Hand, it's the helping hand deck, it appears to be. Doesn't have to be, but educated guess, I guess. Say go. Sheltered is okay against this deck. Well, just 2 blue mana. That indicates mono blue a little bit more, which we're probably not as good against, to be honest. No, it's blue-white, yeah. Picklock Prankster, 3 steps ahead in the arts. It's the helping hand deck. Well, I'm going to try for Eriette, because we can definitely resolve her. And force our opponent to spend some mana bouncing her. If I say Eriette, don't bother me with that. Also, hopefully, just don't be bothered. It's Eriette. As every time I say Eriette, people in the comments are like, "Duh, it's French." I know. You're supposed to say Eriette. I guess. Sorry, French folk. I'm French, so I get to see if they just get lost this Eriette. They very well may. And then where will we be? In the gutter. It'll be horrible if they do that. Like, yeah, we time walk them, but it'll still suck. What they got to do is something. They don't, though. They do nothing. They roped to do nothing. You gotta love that, man. You have to love that. I'm gonna test their bouncing abilities here. Come on. Come on. Bounce it back to my hand. Come on. You got it. Bounce her back. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll swing. I mean, we'll see what happens. Yes. And then... Alright. I take 3. Let's end the turn. What are you doing over there, Synapse? I don't know. Maybe they're being coached or something. They 3 steps ahead to draw and discard. Interesting. He's trying to get the helping hand. Yeah, they discard Haughty Jin over there. Easy enough to do something about. Temple of Enlightenment. Jack Nicholson meme. Nodding our head. Uh-huh. Synapse. They don't do anything again. But they can do something. Good lord. If we don't draw a Shard Mage's Rescue, I'm going to go out of my mind. Seriously. I'm waiting for that card hard. So hard. Alright, opponent. You've again taken advantage of the fact that you get to click through certain actions. Uh-huh. Soul Partition. Okay. Nice. Let's just play her again. Good card. Good card, Soul Partition. Whew. Alright. Yeah, it's Eriette like Harriet. Maybe we should just start calling her Harriet. Honestly, I kind of like that. We take a damage from Lonely Arroyo. Nice. The Arroyo Diner. Here's the recommission on the Haughty Jin. Sick. Alright. Cool. What amazing beans you have. They're so cool. Alright, we get a Sheltered by Ghosts. So, let's try and do it. Yes, ma'am. There is currently a spell on the stack. A moment of truth. Try to get some sort of counter or bounce effect. You can do it, bud. Alright. They get an Oculus in their yard, too. That's nice. Yes. Mm-hmm. Dude. You have it or you don't. Why do people do this? Time is such a precious resource for human beings. It's just like, why would you rope here to Phantom Interference this? Why would you, why in God's name would you take like 30 whole seconds to do that game action unless you were doing it on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point otherwise? Alright, so we put him at 12 with the Eriette. Now they have a bunch of mana and a bunch of cards. Let's see what they do. They Picklock Prankster, the Adventure Half. Helping Hand, get it back. Yeah, that's what your deck does. Your deck's so good. Moment of Truth. Okay. Cool. Again, the beans. Beans are good. They put a card in their hand. Good. Haughty Jin comes down in the graveyard. Still have the mana for Helping Hand. Let's go. Get that Oculus. Yeah. So good. That's a face down card right there. We will never draw the Shard Mage's Rescue. It ain't happening, brother. Or sister. Yeah. Put this bad boy down on the Eriette. If they ever actually get rid of the Eriette, then like they get all their best guys back. So what we have to do is try to kill them. So let's hope we can. They go to 8, and then EOT they'll go to an even lower life total if you can imagine. They go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've drawn 7 lands out of the 13 cards we've drawn this game. That's fun. They're gonna do something to you. Gonna do something nasty to you, Sherman. Do something nasty to you. Helping Hand. They get the Haughty Djinn. Okay, that's tapped. Good. Good, good. Good, good. Come on. We can do this. We can do this, dude. What do you have? Ward 4? Yeah. You can't target this with anything. They Moment of Truth. Let's go. I think we have it. But, like, it's not guaranteed. Let's not start acting like it is. I wonder what card they just put in their hand. Moment of Truth. Okay. Don't care. I could not, in fact, care less. You know, some people say they could care less, and I could care less. And so, well, that means you... That literally means that you could care. You could emote more over this. I don't get it. Cold take. Everyone's made that take. Just want to throw my hat in the ring. I live in the South where a lot of people, for whatever reason, mix that phrase up. Well, I could care less. No, you could. You could not care less. Anyway, let's try and win the game here. Planar Disruption on the Picklock Prankster. And oh my god, we did it. We put them at 1 and then they die EOT to Eriette. So, what have we dusted tonight? What have we dusted off, baby? A mono red, blue green, Golgari, Helping Hand. We're just gonna slice through every real deck in Standard. Shard Mage's Rescue, 2 Guardians. Opponent goes. I'll try it. This is definitely better than some of the hands we've kept tonight. I'll tell you that. Invasion of Theros is our first draw. Opponent played Swamp into Swamp. So we are at a party. Maze Mind Tome. Alright. Alright. And now they have to click through for the rest of the game. Both of us do, actually, because I'm about to resolve Guardian, so... Yeah. Both of us have to click through every game action from here on out, so... Settle in. Hopefully, both of us will be active in our experience. Yeah, they're going to try to kill the Guardian with a Gopher. That's a time... We just time walked you, man. That is a time walk. I think I want to get rid of the dead weight here. I think that it is just that, so... Take it out. You going to try to cut it down in response? No? Okay. Creature? No, they time walk themselves. We discarded a card for them to time walk themselves. Pretty good. I think we play second Guardian here and just like press the issue. Uh-huh. They have... Oh, yeah, it's Maze Mind. They have something they can do. It's an idiot. It's Maze Mind. Alright, so... Let's swing the boy in and say go. We have a removal spell, you know. If they ever have 2 guys, we have a 2 removal spells technically. Treasure map. Ooh, okay. What's your thing, you know? What are you up to over there? Ethereal armor. Okay, I'm going off, dude. I'm going off. We're putting armor on one of these. And then we're coming in. And then I'm going to Shard Mage's Rescue this guy. And we're going in for 7. Bang. Bang. Alright, they're at 11. I mean... it could be kind of tough for them here. So they scry with Treasure Map. Interesting. I thought they might have drawn a card off of Maze Mind there. But you have to get Anoint. You have to play and draw Anoint with Affliction here, or you're probably in some trouble. Like, I tapped down my mana, so I gave you a chance to get Anoint. Treasure Map. And Soulstone tap to do it, too. So they can't, like, block with it. Treasure Map? Dude, you lose. You're going to lose. Can we win the game this turn? Shard Mages. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we win. Cool. God, what if they do have an Anoint, though? You know? Like, should I wait? Rescue. I don't know that we have to press this right now. I don't know that we have to do this. Alright, guys. Tell me whether or not you would pull the trigger on this right here, because I'm not convinced. But, you know, we have some insurance. We have some insurance, because we have another Guardian, so if they have Anoint for one of them, then we just win, like, next turn. Big deal. See what happens. Yeah! Do they get to gain the life here? No. Okay, good game. Good game, opponent. So we also beat Mono Black, but it is Mono Black playing a bunch of, like, rocks. So, I don't know, kind of experimental, but they have Soulstone Sanctuary, so I can only assume that they are like a Mono Black Demons list that maybe forgoes so much removal and instead plays like Map and Maze Mine. To be honest, I think you only need to play one of these two cards. I'm really interested in Maze Mine and Mono Black. I don't think it's a bad call. Because I've actually been enjoying this. I had this thought that like this deck was just going to be like booty. Like hardcore like booty, dude. But no, it's actually been like pretty good, all things considered. Just like black-white optimistic Scavenger. Like, turns out Scavenger, Ethereal Armor, and Sheltered by Ghost are just like good cards to have. Alright, so they took a mulligan here. I think we go first. Did I see that right? Yes, okay. Mulligan, I was going to say mulligan indicates mono red, and it is. So we get down Restless Fortress turn 1, and turn 2 we just play Plains and do nothing. But we do have some removal. We have Eriette in our opening hand, and we have Shard Mages. Okay, so it's red-white over there. Do I want to be careful? I should probably be careful. Yeah. Because they could have, like, Get Lost or something. Like, it's not, you know, if it was red-white aggro, they would have played something by now, right? Battlefield Forge comes down. Here comes Urabrass Forge. That's a good card. Ouch. We go to 19. What do we do about Urabrass Forge? One has to wonder. Caves. Here comes Eriette. Hold. Say go. I think we just died to Sunfall this game, I think is what's going to end up killing us. A War Leader's Call. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. 18. See if they swing. They do, because why not, you know. Well, you've already played land for a turn. I don't know. Maybe we can get a card out of their hand. Okay, so no. Our turn, Guardian. All right. What we need is a Shard Mage, or not a Shard Mage's Rescue, a dang old Sheltered by Ghost to take out that Urabrass Forge. We need that pretty badly, I think. Why would you tap Caves for that? Why would you do that? Guardian. Armor on Eriette. Which I may regret. There's a possibility I should have put it on Guardian. But then we can backstreet, which is back. Alright. Put the land on in our graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12. It was going to have us draw 7 out of 12 lands. That's... Wow. Alright. So we put them at 17. That's the other way that Arena will get you. You know what I mean? Forge. Forging ahead here. I'll take it. Rather take it than discard. So if we block and discard, we still have to take 2. There's no reason to do that right now. So we're going to 14. Shard Mages, come on, baby. Yeah, or Shard. I keep saying Shard Mages. Sheltered's what I want, and that's what we got. So let's target Guardian. That's correct. What you gonna do? They're gonna try to burst lightning it. Alright. Well, we'll have to tap it down here, but I don't really care. Let's just discard this swamp. Give it indestructible. Take this forge. Thank you very much. And then just swing in, sure. Bang! Alright, so they're going to end up at what? 12 EOT here? Or 10 rather? Yeah, 10. We go to 16. Starting to get it charged up. We might be able to kill them before they get to Sunfall. That's really, important. Even if we don't kill them, maybe Restless Fortress can finish them. Alright, Shard Mage's Rescue is the draw here. And they scoop 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They would go to 1 this turn, theoretically, but we could get in with Fortress and deal an extra 3. But I wouldn't do that. I would just kind of wait and see if they cast removal and then Shard Mages, and that would kill them, right, during combat. Even if they don't do anything during combat, that tells us they don't have removal, right? So the best thing to do is swing in, deal our, 7 damage, and then post-combat, we can Shard Mage's Rescue something, and that'll give us the damage we need to finish off drains. So, good stuff, man. I'm getting to the point where I can't even go through all the decks that we beat tonight. It's like mono-red, Golgari, green-blue, Tempo, red-white, this deck, mono-black we beat. I mean, it's like Helping Hand. It's just like every good deck in Standard. We were able to just like spank with this Eriette deck. So, let's take a look at how we built this thing. Before we predict some wrestling, I guess. I'm actually pretty proud of the way this thing performed tonight. We didn't get a bunch of garbage in the queue. We actually got some good decks. And we really put up a fight. There are soft slots. Invasion of Theros effectively won us a game one of those times. So I'm not sure where this comes out. But we never saw Ifara. Never did. And I do think Invasion is like a little bit expensive. So, I think there's a chance you could take out Invasion and put in either 2 more creatures that are difficult to kill, or 2 more cards that make creatures difficult to kill, right? Whichever one you want to do. But one of the cards I was most tentative about was Guardian of New Benalia, and this card was great. We didn't come across too many Torch the Towers or Anoint with Afflictions. So if we had a different queue tonight, this card may have looked a little more embarrassing. But because we were up against Go for the Throats, Get Lost, Cut Downs and stuff, Guardian just looked fantastic, dude. This looked really the right play for this deck. So I'm kind of interested in it in just White X enchantments decks from now on. Sheltered is always good. Planar Disruption, we didn't play against enough creatures, I think, and planeswalkers for that matter, that this is truly good against. But that said, it's possible I forgot a line. Maybe there's a Liliana on the table, we have a Planar Disruption in our hand, and I'm can't do anything about that Liliana. It's entirely possible I just screwed something up, because there's a lot of little things in this deck that you can pretty easily forget. Earlier I forgot the first strike on Ethereal Armor, and I kept protecting my Guardian by discarding cards, even though I didn't have to do that. I was rumbling with Death Touch creatures, and I'm I have to give my dude indestructible or he'll die to Death Touch. Not with Ethereal Armor, he has First Strike, idiot. So there's things you have to keep in mind with a deck like this. But altogether, man, you get Eriette down, you protect it with Shard Mage's Rescue. Every time they play a creature, you throw an aura on it, and you just kind of eventually win. And occasionally you get in 1,000,000 damage with a Eriette with an Ethereal Armor, or a Guardian with an Ethereal Armor, or Sheltered by Ghosts, or whatever. So, this is basically kind of how we drew it up. It's black-white enchantments, Ethereal Armor, Optimistic Scavenger, Shard Mage's Rescue, Sheltered by Ghosts. That's the core. That's the core of basically any White X enchantments deck. So we're playing the core, which means we're relatively low to the ground and all that. But, we need reach. This deck has always needed reach. If it gets blown out or it gets hit by a sweeper like Sunfall, the game goes on too long, your opponent just has the wrong removal at the wrong time, then you're screwed. And you need some sort of way to actually close a form of reach, right, for your aggro deck. And Eriette was surprisingly, decent at doing that. So, and, one thing I'll say about Invasion before we get out of here is that I do think it's a cuttable card. But at the same time, man, you're always looking for a Sheltered by Ghosts. You're always looking for a Shard Mage's Rescue. And late in the game, it's pretty easy to Invasion and still have the mana to play whatever enchantment you want. I'm looking for an Ethereal Armor to finish the game, you just do it. So I was pleasantly surprised with the performance here tonight. I'm not sure that you absolutely need these tapped lands, but there were a few games tonight where I think that the mana fixing was pretty important. But altogether, yeah, I'm just really pleased with what we done did tonight, guys. Good showing for Eriette, man. Hope you get a chance to play it, because it's actually surprisingly all right,